All right, so tonight, gi, bolo-y stuff to the left side from the De La Riva guard. So I'm going to give a quick review of the more basic stuff we started with, and then I'll show something newer. So look, guys, for the lower belts, keep this in mind. This is like going forward from here. When we start like a topic, it's going to start off super basic. So no matter where you're at, white belt, it's going to be like what you need to start with for this area. And then I'm going to keep moving on, and it's going to get progressively like more technical and harder. Like, don't try to stay with what we're doing if you can't do the first couple of steps. Does that make sense? Like, if you can't do hips to the mat, then that's what you need to work on. That's going to open up the whole world of all this De La Riva stuff down the road. But no point in trying to do a berimbolo if you can't even do hips to the mat. Does that make sense? Like, don't keep moving on until you have that stuff down. This is how we're going to progress for a while. This is like the only way I can kind of teach more advanced stuff right now. We haven't done anything advanced in a while. So, quick review. The main thing in the gi, so in no gi we're going this direction, in the gi we're going this direction. So the main thing we've been doing here is just the hips to the mat right here. So if you don't have that, this is what you need to work on. This is what's going to pay the most dividends for you right now where you're at in this position. If you got the hips to the mat part down, then we're keeping these grips, and she can either shove my foot in between her legs to like get a guard as I start to come up here. And then, so I'm basing on my head, bringing this leg out, and then this arm, I always look right away for the underhook. So that way when I come up here, if I just keep this grip, she can sling me forward and start to take my back. So look for that underhook right away, and then pass the guard. And then the other option is when we do hips to the mat, if maybe they're scared of getting their back taken and all they do is like keep their back pinned to the mat, then we just pull ourselves right up to the mount, right here. So that's the most basic stuff we've done so far from here. And then the next level of getting to advanced, but not super advanced, is the what we call the face bolo here. So boom, I get her hips to the mat here. So now instead of doing the inversion that's hard for a lot of people, we have the face bolo. So weight on my shoulder, keeping my grips. I tuck my chin and put the top of my forehead on the mat, and I'm going to be strong with my neck. They call it kissing the mat. If like my neck bends and my lips hit the mat, then that's where I'm at high risk for injury. And so to make this easier, I get kind of on the top of my head right here, and I put this knee to the mat. Now I'm good to go. This doesn't hurt my neck at all. And then from here, I bring that shoulder to the mat here, and then I started to get into like the bolo-y stuff right here. So we've worked on this like closed guard bolo right here. And then the last thing we've done is the regular bolo from there. So hips to the mat, and we invert through right here. Switch ankles, push her knee through here, cross our ankles, and then look, I'm going to shove her knees to the mat here like I'm stack passing her so her hips are stuck in the air. I find her hip grip right here, keep my right leg strong. I'm going to pull myself up as I push her down, and I should end up right on the back right here. So we'll just start with that for now. A quick warm-up. Everyone stick to the part where you're at, whatever you want to work on in that stuff. Any questions? All right, ready?